Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Fast it. 43 is the mark.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Mixon with a first down carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Hey, 7.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So the sack, and now it's third and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. Throws it here down around his own goal line. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 23 yards the pickup there. Catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the second round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie.
52's the mic, boys, 52. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On first down, Drake. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. Space to maneuver at the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Here's Rosen, and finding the tight end Hooper. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 down, check, 4 down. Let's go, motion. Check. Switch.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
SOS. You go tight. You got tight right there. Alert 3. Kill. Shift. Mike 52. Watch the run.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike 52. Hey, quarter. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hug. 51 for Mike, boy, 51. I'm here all day. Mike 51.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Check 52's the mic. Get your swerve on. Hey, switch gears.
And incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, You don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Quarter. Cheese and Mike. Watch Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Mike, Alpha. 52. Exit. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
On third down, Rosen. And that will be incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on third down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
368. 43 to Mike. 43. Check. 43.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 39-yard line.
43 to Mike. They can't. 43 to Mike. 43.
On second and 12, Dalton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, wahoo! 43 to Mike.
Dalton here from the gun. And able to find Green. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
318. Two times. You got 3 by 2. Move.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
52, 93, 44. Here you go.
Throwing on second and 8. Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Hey. Watch this.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second down now, Bernard. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard. His 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Fresno. Check 99. Check 99. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 26, check 26. Hey, alert, alert.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch us slip.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Dalton. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
On three. Motion. Check 24. 93, 52, 93, 44. Hands up.
Operating from the gun, Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, 43. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Whip.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
We got it. Regular. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here.
Mixon will try the right side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And this one is right down Broadway. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Wilson's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here we go. Corner. Switch it. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. Check your hot read.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Yo. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on it.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack. The season as his great year continues. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Where's 52?
Hey, Charlie.
52's the mic. Here we go. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Shit. 25, check 25, check 25.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Drake. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach, only 7 starts. But now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. Now on first down, Drake again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Drake.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Motion. Reset.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. You're not ready. Check 15. Check 50. Go kick.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, Mike 20.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Dalton, he drops it off for Bernard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
43 is the mark. 43 is the mark. Hey. Check, 43. Get that quarterback.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, Orbit. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On first down, Bernard. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Joe Mixon, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Lady! Watch the pick out 368!
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Right back to Drake. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 52. Let's go one more. Mike 52. Oh, here we go.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The Bengals drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
From the 24, Dalton, rush coming, and he's taken down. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Ready?
Here we go. 93, 52, 93, 44.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Drake, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 50-yard line.
Lady! 52. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Where's 52? Watch 52.
They stay on the ground with Drake. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
52's the mic, boy. 52. I'm coming for you. You mine.
The give running right, Drake. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Back. 80. Check 13.
They'll run. It's Drake. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
4 down. Check. Like 52. Hey, tight down.
And this time, Rosen will throw. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Monday.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Steps away to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now it's Rosen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll make it third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third and 10.
36, 36.
80. Go.
Take it.
Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 30-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Pressure kick, and I thought he was going to hit it. I thought we were destined for overtime, but not the case.
Not at all. And they were already planning for the overtime you just mentioned, already saying, okay, what are we going to do if we get the ball? What happens on defense? Instead of that celebration and that little bit of euphoria, it turned into letdown city.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Bengals, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a slip-up that could cost them as they drop now to 12-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off